Hey, rescue buddies. I am pretty sure that a lot of you don't know what the hell you're doing in rescue. I don't mean about vetting and dogs and transportation and all that and adopters. You understand that part of it. You got that down really well. But the part you don't understand is fundraising because you're thinking of it as raising money. And that means you don't understand what the real role of your nonprofit is in society. So let me explain it like this. Suppose your neighbor gets sick. What's the right thing to do? Well, you make a pot of chicken soup and take it over and leave it on their doorstep, right? And this is part of the social contract. This is what neighbors do for each other. We stick together, we help each other out because deep down inside, we know that we're stronger together, we're stronger in groups, and we're more likely to survive if we're working with others to help each other out. You take your neighbor soup when she's sick, when you're sick, she'll bring you soup. We all survive. It is the unspoken social compact. What does that have to do with rescue? Well, once you understand that we have an obligation to each other as a matter of survival, right? That we look out for each other, then you come to the question, what happens if it's something that a pot of soup won't fix? What if instead of something to eat, we need a heart hospital or a clinic or a daycare center? Do we want every individual who's responsible for this to show up on site carrying one board, one brick, a bag of nails, and put together the heart hospital, each working on their own, contributing a little? No, it's too big of a mission. It's still a need, it's still in our societal contract, but it's too big for us to do individually. So we bring in organizations to take over parts of that societal compact, our obligation to our community, when it's too big for just one person to handle or organize. And that's what you're doing, right? Communities have a responsibility to the people in the community, to the animals in the community, to all life in the community. County has a program for dealing with stray dogs. It's part of our larger obligation to society as a whole. So, where do you come in? Well, this is not your rescue. It's not you who are the 501c3 tax exempt organization. You hear people do this all the time. They'll say, well, I got my 501c3, or I'm a 501c3. Well, no, sweetie, you're not. Your organization is. And the IRS gives you and your group that designation because you're picking up part of that contractual societal obligation. That's why you're exempt from taxes, because you're picking up a duty that society thinks is important. Okay. So your mission is not to raise money for your 501c3, not to focus on that next dollar that you need in because you've got 5 dogs getting spayed Wednesday morning and have no idea how you're going to pay for it. That's short sighted. What you need to be doing is share the story of what you're doing and share what you need. Remind the community what goes into picking up this part of the societal contract. Tell the story, share what you're doing, bring people in to be a part of it. They are not the enemy. They are not the people that you need to convince to give you money. They are your teammates. They are part of this. And as soon as you can learn to make that connection with people, to explain how your mission is helping make this a better world, to share your story and share the need, the better off you'll be. You'll fund not only the dollar you need next Wednesday, but a lot of dollars for a lot of Wednesdays after that. So, how do you do it? Back later. It's late. I'll tell you next video.